bestie, please follow your heart. I want to make this into a short, but I know I'm not going to be able to keep it under a minute, but this will hit who it needs to. For the people that have a dream, maybe it's a dream job, maybe it's a dream relationship, a dream of a healthier mental health, a dream of something where everyone else around you, you're like, I don't want this for myself, I want more, and everybody is telling you don't, you can't, it's not, maybe you're not even at the point where you're even open to it yet. I feel the need to share this with y'all because when I just tell you that I was moved to tears about 5 minutes ago because of all of the full circle moments that come with the spiritual awakening, the spiritual journey, or in layman's terms, coming home to yourself, what I preach on this channel. I was sitting in my car because, you know, your girl works way too fucking much, so she's paying for something that's more of a lawn ornament, but, you know, it is what it is. It's Sunday. I'm enjoying myself for once, right? And so I was like, Spirit, talk to me, because that's what I do, and I hit shuffle on my phone. And this song by Yellow Card, 1 year, 6 months, comes up. And I'm like, huh, that's interesting. And then I paused, and I was like, wait a second. And I did the math, and next month, so technically it's off by a month, but hear me out. Next month would have been basically a year and a half when I decided as being flimsy, when Spirit forced me to sell my car, go inwards, and remove everything and everyone from my life with no logic, with no plan to move forward, just pure faith. And it was so hard, and it was so painful, and everything I was trying to cling to was falling away. I would date somebody, it would fall apart within weeks. I would make a friend, it just wouldn't match up for one reason or another. And this past year and a half, I've had to rip myself apart to put myself back together to be the version of me that I always kind of intuitively knew I could become, but didn't know how. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have people around me that saw the world the way that I did. And so, you know, especially in a world where we care so much about what everybody else thinks, people project onto me, oh, you're crazy, this could never happen. And I had to keep everything to myself. And so for the past 1 year, 5 months, close enough, I've had to be very quiet, move in silence, feel like the world's out to get me, go through 5 stages of grief, releasing my past life that, to be honest with you, when I was releasing, I didn't want to give it up. I was a party girl. It just was who I was. I would go to the karaoke bar all the time. I would sing. People loved me. I loved being loved, you know, like, who doesn't? I'm a Leo, like, a little bit, you know. And so anyway, despite any logic or reason, I intuitively knew I had to say goodbye to the car that I had. I mean, it was to the point, and this is why I tell y'all, when something feels like it's falling away, don't hold on. Just let it happen. Because when I was fighting to let go of the car I had, it was starting to have all sorts of new problems. And to those that don't know, if you watch my spiritual journey video, I don't even get into it that much, but I actually have CPTSD. I've been in 5 or 6 car accidents, so I've had a really hard relationship with vehicles. So if something starts to feel off, I don't feel safe in it, I can't drive anymore. So the universe was literally like, bitch, get out. So I had to spend a year and 5 months alone, really facing every single piece of me that I had avoided, every pain, every heartbreak, every ex that was still living rent-free in my head, every friend that turned into a frenemy or someone that I had to let go of, and I had to look it all in the eye. And when I tell you that the past almost year and a half, I have cried so much. I have been so angry. I have been so disappointed. I have hurt in ways that frankly I never allowed myself to hurt, which again is part of the spiritual journey, because a lot of us will think, and this is where spiritual psychosis tends to play in, people will think we're going crazy. You might all of a sudden think you're going through a mental health crisis, and hey, talk to somebody if you need to. But it's actually us finally saying, hey, I love me, and so I'm allowing myself to feel these feelings finally, instead of pushing it away, instead of going, oh, I don't deserve to feel that way. I don't deserve to feel bad. I don't deserve to hurt. Like, it's you saying, hey, all this energy I keep giving to fucking everybody else, now I'm going to give it to me, because damn, it must be that good. Everybody's bothering me 24/7, right? And so that's what I did. And it was painful, and it was lonely, and it was terrifying sometimes. And I had a therapist, y'all. I highly recommend just somebody to be non-judgmental and just tell you you're not going crazy. It does help. I recommend. But my point is, I've been having full circle moments and epiphanies a lot lately, because I've been finally at like the empowered empath phase, where I'm finally like, this is me. I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta say. You can hate on me if you want. That's totally all right. Like, it is what it is. I respect you. Don't, cause me no drama, but at the end of the day, this is me now. I'm finally me out loud. I have a car that I didn't choose because I needed a car, and I'm not living from a place of lack anymore. I'm not living from a place of fear anymore. I'm not living from a place of, oh no, what if? I'm not letting myself do that anymore. I am here. I am present. I am going, okay, my body feels crappy today. I guess it's a healing day. I don't fight the currents. I follow them. And they led me to this moment where I'm sitting here with over 5,000 incredible souls, and we're all learning and healing and growing and evolving together. And it's just like, when we heal, and so I beg of you to heal for you. You reach the depths of despair, sure, but it makes you so much stronger, and it moves you to tears, because then you don't see life through the lens of pain. 333 when I said that. You see life through the lens of gratitude. You see life through the lens of, I'm a warrior. You see life through the lens of, I understand why all of that had to happen, because look at me now. So I ask you, take a look at your life today, but without the filter of pain. Look at who you were a year ago, 3 years ago, whenever that moment hit for you where you were like, I don't care, but it has to be better than this. When did it change for you? Or if you're getting to that place, then own that moment, because I am telling you, logic does not work without understanding the laws of manifestation. And it doesn't have to be woo-woo hippie shit, because psychology plays into this too, right? You want better for your life, you have to embody it. You have to become it. You have to get your head out of your ass and admit where you let yourself down too. Because I could sit here all day and be like, I'm a victim of all of these narcissists. Of course I had all these mental health issues. Of course I was an alcoholic. I could sit here and blame everybody for everything that ever went wrong. A lot of bad shit happened to me. Way more than I've ever said. And I bet I'll never cover it all, even if I did try. But the point is, what are you going to do with this life? Be sad all the time? Be angry? I see people that are so upset about relationships from over 5 years ago. Face it. Face what that pain is, because that's what you're really doing at the end of the day. You're running away from negative feelings. Is that because that's what we call it, right? Negative. You're running away from feelings that hurt. But frankly, in anything in life, the only way out is through. How do you get an education? You learn. And when you learn, you grow. And yet somehow we don't realize that that is directly correlated with the best version of our lives. We have to change. We have to grow. We have to evolve. We have to be vulnerable. We have to take accountability even when it's hard to do that. For instance, here's a great example, because I know I already see it in my comment section. I have a lot of people that are probably people pleaser or have tendencies in that. We need to be honest. Yes, of course it's wrong that people pull on us and use us and throw us away and don't treat us like humans. Yeah, it's fucked up. But where do you let yourself down in that? Where do you allow this behavior because you see the bigger picture? Where do you allow people to walk all over you because, well, I understand, or I get where that's coming from? Do they give you that same grace? Do they hold themselves accountable? Do they look at you and go, how can I improve to be better for you? If they're not doing that, why the fuck are you doing it for them? We need to change as a society, take accountability for where we go wrong, meet ourselves at our core so that we know who we are, what we want and don't want, and we follow that with our heart. This is like, y'all know I believe in reincarnation, but this is your only life as you. I am only going to be Mindy, the karmic DF, for this one moment. And instead of seeing life as this black and white, oh, it's so awful, get inspired. Do whatever you can to make that happen. Get in touch with things you used to do as a kid that made you not take life so seriously. Stop taking life so seriously as someone who battles that on a daily basis. Listen to your needs. Listen to your heart. Why do you think we have dreams? Because God's some evil, what is it, Bruce Almighty, an evil guy with like a magnifying glass with the ants on the hill? That's not how this works. It's universal law. What you don't want, don't feed it. If you don't want unreciprocated energy, stop giving to people who aren't giving back to you. If you don't want a job that manipulates your competence and how much you can give, start looking for a better job. Stop making excuses to level up in your life because it's uncomfortable and because there's no assurances. I can tell you from my personal experience, if you're following your heart, not your ego, not your mind, if you are following your heart, you are going to end up exactly where the fuck you need to be. There is nothing in the past 4 years of my life that have logically made sense other than healing. It makes sense. But the car, right? All the healing that I've done, the ability to go from someone who was like so confrontation avoidant to say that to my face, and not even like, I'll fight you, say that to my face so that I can tell you exactly who you are with just facts and no disrespect. Like, I have evolved so much because that's what I wanted. And so I went after that, and nothing but blessings came for me. And when I became more grateful, I was a magnet to more things to be grateful for. Just like, what is it? You are what you preach, or whatever the fuck. You become what you focus on. Look at psychology already proves this, right? When you're depressed, your bedroom, for instance, gets really messy because your internal reflects your external. So if you love and worship yourself, if you believe in your dreams, if you believe in you, if you believe that the world is on your side, then it will be. Like attracts like. What do you want? Stop making excuses. I'm telling you as someone who made a lot of fucking excuses. I felt slighted. No one was honoring that I got hurt by everybody all of the time. I was so angry. I was so sad. But you know who needed to prove to me that I was right? Me. I needed to tell me that. That's the full circle moment, you know? I needed to be there for me. I needed to hold space for me. I was giving everyone a plethora of exactly what it was that I needed. So ask yourself where you're overdoing it for others, and then ask yourself if maybe that's exactly what the fuck you need. Maybe you're giving all of this empathy because no one shows you any at all. Maybe you're being super understanding because no one ever tries to understand you. Learn about yourself and evolve through it. Because if you're uncomfortable, at the end of the day, it's choose your heart. Choose your heart. Life is going to throw you obstacles and trials and tribulations. It's going to do things. 10-10 when I said that. It's going, see what I mean? Spirit's always, it's just, believe in the best version of you and make it happen and get out of your own way. And when things come up to the surface, it's because you're ready to deal with it. So face it head on. Be your biggest cheerleader. Be what you need. Support yourself. Stop looking elsewhere. Haters are going to hate. They're going to hate when you're trying to make them happy, and they're going to hate when you're winning. So what would you rather have? You know what I mean? There's a million of excuses that we can all come up with to be mediocre, less than we want in this world. But the real point, it's fear. It's fear. That's the only thing holding us back from what we want. So do you really want to be on your deathbed going, I should have taken that chance. I should have left that job. Caused me health issues. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, do you really want those regrets? Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want and deserve is your limiting beliefs. That's it. The world around you, this universe, it wants to bless you. It does. And this is coming from someone who is known as a negative Nancy a few years ago. But I'm telling you, from experience, please hear me when I say this and claim it. Claim it below. I even tell you, claim it below that you're going to make an effort, because the world wants more of you, all of you, what you truly are. Who are you? What do you like? What makes you you? Because all of it is beautiful. That quirky thing you hate because it's different, no, it's gorgeous. I love that about you. Stop being mean to yourself. Stop seeing the world as negative and watch that shit change in your favor. I promise. I promise. That's how serious I am. Please. I just cried in my car out of gratitude for life. Over 5 years ago, I couldn't be trusted with razor blades. Do you see what I mean? Over 5 years ago, I couldn't be trusted to want to stay here. And now you couldn't get me to give up. Please don't give up on yourself. Please don't give up on your dreams. I've heard it all. I'm a loser. I'm going nowhere in life. I got all these mental health issues. I'm a piece of shit. I'm too nice. I'm too mean. I'm selfish. I'm everything. You know what else I was? The most of what I really was? A mirror to people's triggers. And we all are, right? Because if we don't know ourselves, we get triggered. So start to use that as a tool to find yourself. This is triggering me. Why? Take the power out of their hands. Fuck them. Why is it triggering me? Why am I letting them have that much power over me? What is this telling me? I care about their opinions. Okay, why? Do I want their lives? Are they... Because frankly, the people that are going to inspire you wouldn't judge you. If you're inspired by healthy people anyway. So really think about yourself and who you want to be a year, 5 years from now, and what can you make it... Try. Just start it. If it's a YouTube, start it. Tarot, buy a deck. It's a different career path that is 9 to 5, go back to school. Find the time. Get the second job. You're going to struggle in life. Struggle is part of the life. But you're going to be a hell of a lot more grateful for it if it leads you to where you want to be. Choose you. Please. I'm going to leave it here, get back to my music, because frankly, I had never been so moved. It almost I don't know how to describe this feeling. Let me know if you can relate. It almost, it felt like I was part of God. My version of God, source, creation, whatever. But I want you guys to be able to feel that too, because I know I'm speaking from a place of a lot of people like us that don't necessarily get the best versions of our lives, especially people that are empathic, right? Because we're overwhelmed by everybody else, and then we numb to try and be like other people, and there's really not a lot of outlets for people like us. So be your own outlet. Validate yourself. Love yourself. People pull on you, right? No one leaves you alone, right? There's got to be at least one person that pulls on you a little too much, right? So what are they seeing that you're not? And then adjust so that you can love your life, because we all deserve that. So I'm going to leave this here, besties. I don't know if you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments below. I just wanted to share this with you because I've been through a lot, way more than I've been through a lot. And if it was people like me that got me through a lot of the harder times. When you hear somebody that's like, go for your dreams, and it's like, you're a Nepo baby, shut the F up, you know what I mean? But then when you hear from that person that's like, yeah, my mom couldn't afford shit, and we couldn't have the lights on, and eviction notices, and hello, and then they made it, that's the shit that matters. That's when you go, hey, maybe I can too. Yeah, you can. You really can. Stop settling so the universe can bless you. You deserve it. I'm going to go, besties. Subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys. Stay free. Stay blessed. Know yourself. Don't settle for less. Obama might drop. Even if we don't like him, it's okay. Love y'all. Bye.